guys, welcome back to Shelley Stone's Art Gallery. Today I'm going to teach you all how to do a snowman, and it's very easy, and I got all of my supplies at the Dollar Tree store. So this one's called Pinky Snowldady. Hope you have fun. Okay, stay tuned. Let me just put the screen down so we can start the video here, the tutorial. Okay. Bear with me, please. Mark has a little bit of a problem there. Should do it. Hopefully. Okay. Line it up with the screen. The screen with the table there. There we go. We're all set. Oh, let me just adjust this a little bit more that way. Turn this light off and we can see better. There we go. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, I did provide the supply list as I do with all the tutorials. Okay, everything I bought here, I bought at the Dollar Tree. So these are little pink stickers because she's going to be pink. They're just stickers. They have little beads in them. So that's the first thing, one of the supplies. Okay, get yourself some elastic bands. You're going to need a big one and a smaller one. Sure. Where I put the smaller one. Anyways, you need a big one and a smaller one. Okay. These are called now. I've used cardboard. Some people say to use cardboard, and other people have said to use this, which is earplugs, orange earplugs. They sell them in the Dollar Tree store. It's awesome. And they glue quite nicely to the fabric, so I highly recommend these. The cardboard, it just doesn't do it as well as these. And once we cut them up, you'll see how it looks. So, okay. So back to this side. Oh, what I did fail to mention here, I should have started off. There's already two snowmen on in the photo there, and so for each snowman that you do, you can use these socks, the Dollar Tree. It only costs $1. You get two, and you get a pair, and you can make two of them. You always cut right at where the heel is, right across. You cut there, and then you use the rest for the body, and then I should say not the body. Where the neck is, you make a scarf out of this, the top part, and the bottom is what you're going to use for the hat and the pom-pom. Okay, so the two that I've already done, I used these two. So you see those in the photo, this one and this one. But today we're going to do the pink, and they're all done the same. If you want one taller than the other, then obviously you would cut up a little higher, or, you know, just add extra rice. I recommend the rice. You're going to want to freeze your rice 72 hours ahead of time, because I never realized this. There's something called Weevils. I put it in the supply list. They're little bugs that can get into your rice if you don't freeze it 72 hours ahead of time. Just freeze your rice, because if there are eggs in any rice, it kills it. It's not harmful. Well, what will happen is if they're in there, you're just going to want to freeze it. Sometimes they may get in there, and I never knew that. I don't know if that's just down south, but I saw online somewhere that these bugs can hatch So you're just going to want to freeze your rice. And I bought $1, couple packages here. And, you know, I actually bought quite a few and I filled it up. Buy the container. I highly recommend a container. And you should always have a container in your house to keep any bugs from getting in it. If you don't feel comfortable using rice, which is fine, it works well, then you can always fill it with sand. You need the heaviness, but you don't want it too heavy. Some people recommend putting marbles on the bottom and then some, you know, cotton feathers on the top. I don't, because when I do my snowman, I like it to look smooth. And I buy these. Some people recommend the calf socks. I just buy these at the Dollar Tree. And I'll show you how to cut that after. So you need white socks. And here's the pink ones. This is the pink sock that we're going to use, the pink lady. So I had already made one for my mom, so I don't have that one. So I already took it out of the package. So I'm going to be using this one, the second one, to make the second one here. Okay. I think I mentioned the earplugs. Yes, and then you cut them up. There's a tube that comes with it. Okay, so this is what the package looks like. Okay. You see the tube in it, which is great because you can cut them up and you can stick them in there. You can just stick them in there and then cut them up as you use them. So we got that. Okay. Now, the only thing I didn't get at the Dollar Tree, and this is optional, you can put little boots on them. I got this at the Target store, and it came with like skis. Well, they call it ski boots. So it had this bottom piece of cardboard on the bottom of it. And what I did, it was white, it was actually tan. I just painted it. Well, actually, you can either paint it or you can just use one of those black Sharpies. Take them off, and then you can use these for the hands, the arms and hands. You see that? So those. Then I recommend using one of these because you're going to want to put we're going to put the snowman in here, the body. You know what? It's hard to put the right, we got some lint in there. Actually, we have one of the self-adhesive stickers because I had done one earlier, must have got on this. That's another thing. Buy these in the store for the buttons, for the body. They're self-adhesive stickers. See, circle. And put some glue on it. I'll show you as we go along. You're going to want the buttons on the body larger than the eyeballs, the eyes. So whether these are buttons or these are self-adhesive stickers and you put glue on the body, that's your choice. They both work well. And for the eyes, I actually ran out of black buttons. So what I did was I just took a yellow one I found in there. See the yellow on the other side, but that's going to go up against his body's on his eyes, so you're not going to see that. And I took a Sharpie and I just painted the other side. See, painted, well, use the marker and just colored it in black. So if you run out of black buttons, you can just take a Sharpie and just blacken it up. You're going to need 2 of those. Okay. We did the booties. Let's see. So, you either get a pink magic marker or if you have some blush, cream blush in your cabinet. This is kind of a rose color. It's optional if you want to put little, make the cheeks a little pinky, blushy. That's up to you. Okay, and then there's the Beacon Fabric Tack Glue. You can use that, or you can use a glue gun. You know, buy yourself a nice glue gun. Use Gorilla Glue, something really that'll make it stay glued together. But the Beacon Fabric Glue is just as good. You could get that at Walmart. That you have to have for a glue gun. Just going to shut off my phone here so it doesn't ring. Bear with me, please. Thank you. That way I don't get any phone calls. Okay, so we can get started. All right, so first you're going to take your, you just can get any kind of vase. Well, you don't want it too big. And about that size. A little glass will do. And I keep saying I got to get this, a new funnel, a new strain or whatever they call that, something to put, so I'm gonna have to do this, but because sometimes it gets all over the place. It's all right, I guess. I should have a paper plate under it. Push this down. This is how we're making the body now. Okay. And then pull that up and start filling some more in. You're going to want to get at least 1.5 to be on the safe side bags of rice. I don't really recall how much I put in here, but 1 to 2, probably 2 bags. Just get 2 bags just to be safe, because even if you don't use it all for the first one, you can use it for another one. And I know you wouldn't think this sock could take so much, but it does. It really does. So you just put it in like that. Well, push down, get it down, and take your sock, shake it up. You want to fill it up to, now these have a, which is great, the socks that I recommended, these little ankle socks. It has a little, you know, jagged little lines there. See? That works well because that can be the neck, end up the neck. So that's my marker right there. So what I do is see, yeah, I got to put a little more. You want to fill it halfway up to that marker where the lines are, the jagged lines, vertical. So you want to get at least halfway up to that point. Now, let's do this. Push down. See if we're up to it yet. Nope. Oh, this can take some time there. Okay. I mean, you want it as close as you can get it to halfway up that, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, I think it's close enough. And if you think you need more, you just push your, not all the way up, push this up a little and fill in some more. Oops. Now it's starting to go all over the place. That's why it's always best to have a paper towel underneath. Okay, let's see. I take that off. Yep, it's about halfway. Let's see, yeah. So what I'm going to want to do before I go any further, I'm going to twirl that. And that's where I'm going to get my elastic band. Let's find an elastic band here. I actually need 2 small ones. I don't know why I said a large and a small. Excuse me for a minute. I'm going to get another one. So 2 small. There we go. My Pillsbury canister that I put everything, my buttons and all kinds of goodies in there. Okay, so we're going to just seal this up like this. We're going to twirl it because this is going to be the bottom part of the body. All right, you're just going to twirl it. And you can make this as fat as you want. I'm kind of going to make a smaller one this time. Well, actually, I might want to just make him a little bit bigger. He's a little too small. That's just a little too small. Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit more. So push this back in. If it looks too small, you can always just go in and add some more. Pull this up so you can be able to put some more in there. Just didn't like the way he was too small there. His body. I want him a little fat. I don't want him to look like he's too skinny. Push that down. A little more. Keep adding till you feel. You can always take less out. I mean, you can pour some back out if you have to. All right. There we go. Now let's see. A little more fatter. That's what I want. See, like that, about that big. So it's not quite. Actually, because I pushed him down. No, that's okay. Because when I filled him up, it came halfway to there. But when you push it down, of course, it goes down. But I like this height. And I'm going to want that as the neck. So it came below the lines, the vertical lines, which is fine. Because the body looks nice. And as I mentioned earlier, some people put marbles and they put feathers. And it just doesn't give this soft, smooth look. See, just so smooth. I got some of this, something all over it. Anyways, so it's nice and soft. Okay, so I'm going to take and twirl it. So that's going to be the bottom part. You're going to take an elastic band, just put it over there, nice and tight. Some people take some little twine rope and whatever you feel comfortable. I use an elastic band. And just tighten it like that. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to want to put this back in here. Squish it in best you can. Okay. Well, this is where you really need the little funnel to put in because I may end up getting this all over the place. Trying to figure out the best way to do it. You know what I do? I've done this too. I'll just pour it for the top, pour this in this way. You know what can work well too if you have a creamer, you know, with a little point, a pitcher, a little creamer pitcher, then you're able to pour it into the top here. That works well too. Actually, you know what? I did this too tight. Oh. Let me see. I think I might have done it too tight there. Yeah. I'm not going to put, I don't think I'm, this is way too tight. You don't want it this tight. There. I want it a little loose because this is where the scarf's going to go. So, you know, there you go. That'll be the scarf. So let's just, you know what, let's just take this off. Don't even put that on yet. I'll put that on at the end, make it easier. Take this back off, sorry about that, because that's just going to make it too tight. It's best to do it at the end after doing this. Okay, so seeing you really can't fit that back in there. You could, but I just find it easier. Spread that out and just pour this, put this like this over it. Let's just hope it don't go all over the place. That shouldn't. And then just shake it in, pull this straight out. See how it's coming out? That's right. We're not supposed to, I apologize. See how the neck is starting to, you don't want an elastic band, not till the end. Okay, and it is going to be larger. I apologize. I've been doing too many gnomes. I did a couple of those snowmen yesterday. A little tired. Okay, so let's try this again. I don't know if I need this much, but all right. So we're going to take this and then you're going to just put it over it like so. Tip that over. Shake it out. Oh boy. Oops. I happen to get it all over the place. Do not want that to happen. Okay. Might have too much. And no, it's all right. You do want the head smaller, so that's a little too big. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of it out. Whoops. You know what? I probably should clean this up first. Okay. Let's just move this to the side. Oops. All right, so just pour some of this back out. See how it's too big? You don't want the head almost as big as the bottom. So just dump some of that back out. Let's just hope it all don't. Just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that should do it. There, see? Yeah, that should do it. Push down a little bit. There we go. That's perfect. See how the neck, that's going to be his neck. You want those vertical lines in there because that's, and then the head smaller. Okay. So then we take our elastic band, wherever I put it. What we're going to do is we're going to just do this one right now, the top, like so. Just tighten it up. If you have a larger elastic band, that's fine too. You're just going to want to get it all nice and tight. See? There. See how he looks? Nice. Okay, now the bottom, you're going to want, let's see, you're going to need a elastic. Some people put twine or just use an elastic band. That's where you use the larger elastic band, but excuse me for a moment. I'm just going to wipe this over to the side. All right, so, all right, here we go. Now, just take the elastic band, put it over, and you want it somewhat tight. You want it too tight, but you need it tight. Okay, there we go. Smooth it out. See? And it doesn't matter what color elastic band is. I usually prefer whatever you're going to use as a sock to use for the band, but I didn't have any pink or red, so couldn't do it. All right. Just flatten that. There we go. You can always just adjust them the way you want them. You know, if you really, this looks like a Pillsbury Doughboy there. Okay, so our next step is to take the buttons. Well, either buttons or these self-adhesive stickers, and you're going to want to glue them. Some people just probably put them on with the stickers when they use these. I like the extra protection so they don't fall off. So this time I'm using a glue gun, and I'm going to just put them in the center, one there, see, and then you're going to put one underneath, like so. Well, it looks like one stuck to the other. I'm not going to use that one. Okay, so see, it's a little bit of glue. Careful you don't burn yourself. There we go. Let's stick that on there. You got 2 buttons. Okay. Now we're going to do the eyes. Now these, remember, if you don't have black buttons like I didn't, I got to go out and buy some more. Just take any old button and then use your magic marker there, Sharpie. Okay, see, should we put it right to the left of the buttons, not too far to the left. You can always adjust it before it dries, but I recommend that you try and get it on. Oops, sorry. Now, where did it go? Obviously on the floor somewhere. Excuse me for a minute. Look at this. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, turn them this way so you can see. So I'm going to position them. I want to position them right about there. See? So you want the buttons in the center. You want the eyes, you know, off. There we go. Let's see. So I'll put it on and then show you where to position it. Okay. Oops. Ow. Got the glue on my hand. My thumb. Yikes. It's pretty hot. Let's see. I have to put more because I ended up getting it on my hand. My finger. Get the button. There. Now that's about where you'd want to put your little buttons. Okay, so now we're going to do the mouth. And let's see if I can position this camera so you can see how I do the mouth. Okay, let's put this back here. Now, what I usually do, put it right about a little bit to the right of his eye, and then I put one to the left, a little bit to the left of the left eye, and you want to do circles. Then you're going to want to do one in the middle, and then 2 in between there. So we're going to put one in the middle. See if we can do this. And then 2 little dots in between. Okay. You can always go back. You don't like it and just make it bigger or small. Well, you can't do it smaller. Make sure you do it small to begin with, then you can go back and make it bigger. But you want to get your little, you want to mark it small and then smaller. Okay. And yeah, see, this is what it looks like. Yeah. Okay, and then of course the carrot's going to go in the center near his eyes. Not quite near his eyes. It's going to make his nose. Just going to darken this a little. Make it a little bigger. She is kind of a fat little snowman, snow lady here. There we go. See? Okay, now. All right, so let's do the hat next. Now, the hat is fairly easy. I say that and watch me mess up. What you're going to want to do, okay, you're going to cut. All right, see this, the stock and right the sock. You're going to want to cut right at the right below where the heel is, right there, straight across. Just want a nice even cut. Okay. And then if that's not really straight, you just go in. It's going to be all there. Cut up nicely. There you go. See, just make it straight across. Okay. Now, you have to save this part. And I'll show you in a little while why this piece. Because it's going to be for a scarf. Okay. Now, I did say two. I need another one, another plastic band. For a small, excuse me for a minute. Okay. I forgot, I need an elastic band for that. Oh boy. I do think I have an elastic band somewhere else. Okay, so we're going to need a third elastic band. So excuse me for a minute. Just going to get the elastic band. Okay. All right, so before I even put the little hat on, you see where the pink part is? That's going to be your pom-pom. See the top? That's going to be the pom-pom. So take it, go like that, twirl it, the top, and you're going to take your elastic band. See, it's supposed to look like that, just twirled together. And then you're going to go between, there's a white piece and the pink piece. You put the elastic band right in there, okay? At that line. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be pretty close to it. Okay, so then just take the elastic band, just keep going over, fluff it up. See? It should do it one more time. You don't want the elastic band loose at all. Okay. Now, I wish I had had a pink elastic band, or I had a, red, close enough to the color, or even white there, but I don't. So that's okay, because you're going to just fluff it out. And nobody's really going to notice that looks like part of the fabric anyway, see? Okay, so then this is going to go over. You can glue the top of this. You can glue this if you want. You can glue underneath and just give it extra protection where the elastic band is, and then push down like that. See? Just roll it over, push on it. Just gives it extra protection. Once you put the hat down, And you're going to want to just put it from the front. What I recommend is the back's going to be long. It's going to go close to the where the neck is. Okay, there you go. And I just like give it a little roll because it looks so much. I just roll up one layer there. And then in the front, it's not too long in his eyes. And I just want to roll it up. And because you roll that white, the white part down, you now have something there to, you know, roll this up, and it makes it much more firmer. Like, can you see it? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this light on. Maybe that'll help. Yes, definitely. Wow. Should have had that on all along. Don't worry about this. We're gonna be covering that. But see, so this piece there helps to support this hat, and you'll see why. Now, if your little snowman has trouble, snow lady, trouble moving around, you just adjust her. So we're gonna, let me turn this way. See if I can turn this way. Oh, that way. I'm just gonna have to turn it this way. Okay, so just roll the hat up, you know, where you feel comfortable, where you think it looks nice. I usually roll it up a little bit. Then where you have that white piece, you're gonna want to pour glue on it, see? Pour glue, get it nice and wet. There you go, not too wet. You want glue coming out like that. Ends up all over the eyes. But that will support the hat. See? Okay. Then you're just going to roll it up over here. You're going to put some inside, a little bit inside here, and roll it over. And you're going to put it in the inside in the white, like that. And just lightly press down. Yeah, I think I forgot to put some on the top here. Even though I put some underneath, I got to put some on top when I roll it over a little bit. Gives it a nice, pretty finish there. Now the back, I have to roll that down. See, I like the back to look like that. You see that? All the way down almost to the bottom of the neck. Okay, so I'm going to roll. First, I got to put some glue underneath. Put some glue there and there. There we go. And then I'm going to put some glue on the top. So I can just roll, oops, get burned. Now, if you have little pieces, all you're going to do is just take your scissors, there's little pieces coming out, just trim them. Nice, there. Because this isn't the perfect hat. I mean the perfect socks here. They get a little threads that pop out once you cut it there. See? You can always just glue some more in there. So, yeah. Glue underneath. There we go. And glue on the top. And take it and roll it. Roll it like a ½ inch up. Or however high you want to go. Okay. Yeah. So this is what she's looking like now. See? Now we're gonna do, let's see, we could do the arms and we can do the let's see, I think we'll do the nose. Okay, so this is where you use these earplugs. You can use cardboard, orange cardboard, and then you just go sideways with it. Lay it flat. Make a triangle carrot. Will look like a carrot. Lay it sideways on its side. But earplugs, they have them at the Dollar Tree. They have them just about anywhere. Okay. So I'm going to get this out because I already had some in here. And then what I'm going to do, I take one of the pieces and you're going to make a little carrot. Okay. So go like this, cut it at an angle. See? Cut it at an angle, half. Let me see it like that. See? Can you see it? Just cut it up at an angle. That way you get two pieces. You have one here. See? And then you have one here. This is a bigger one. Okay. And if it's a little off, like on the top, you just trim it so it's flat. I'm going to go in and see how it looks. Oh, she's got a big nose. Might want to trim it down a little just so it looks like a little smaller carrot nose there. Could probably take this one, it's much smaller, and just use that one. Let's see. I have to, if it has like a bump, a roll there, which it will, one of the pieces, you just cut across to flatten it out. Yeah. Let's see how that looks. I like to look at all the angles, see which looks the best. Oops. Try this again. There we go. Okay. I think I'm going to use the bigger one, the longer one. I like it. Yeah, I like that. You just, whatever you feel comfortable. You want a smaller nose, keep a smaller one, but you usually cut right through the middle there. And I happen to accidentally do just a little bit longer on one side. There. So hold this for about, you want to put her nose, oops, yeah, right in the middle there. So I'm going to put her nose right about there and just lightly press down. Okay. Put the nose like that. So now it looks like this. See? See your nose? Nice. Looks like a carrot. Looks awesome. Okay. There we go. Now all we have left is the arms and the booties, which are optional. If you don't want to put the arms in or any arms, this is fine. People do this all the time. They don't put arms, but there we go. But seeing I have them, I'm going to put them in. Okay. And you buy these at Target. I have not seen these. Well, you can get boot ornaments at Walmart too, but they don't have the ski ones. So that's what I use for the arms. But like I said, you don't have to put any arms. My other ones don't have arms. And you don't have to use the boots. This is just making it a little special. Okay. Now you're going to want to position, you know, each side. And then go like halfway in the middle. Just don't do too big of a hole, a very little cut. That's all you need is a little cut, because if you make it too big, all that rice is going to come pouring out and you don't want that. So then you're going to take the glue and you're going to do about a 1/2 inch and you're going to stick this right in there. Okay. I might have gotten too much. Yikes. You know what? I'm going to have to put some on the bottom. I don't want the hole too big. All that rice is going to come out. We're going to have a mess. Okay. So it is best to, I'll show you on the other side what to do. So much glue there. Okay, so see, like I put a little hole, but it's best to glue it right with it. The stick is right there. Can you see that? Right there, stick. Let's see. Let's see if I can get the other one so I can show you. So when you glue it, the best thing is to glue all the way up underneath here and then right there. Oops, let's see. See if we can get it in the light. So right in here, cross and down. So underneath and then down and in the back. So, and you cut little small hole. Because like I said, if you cut it too big, the rice is just going to pour all out. So that's drying now. Let's start the other one. Now I want to position this the same. I don't want it to be, you don't want it to be one side. Yeah, there we go. Evenly proportioned here. Okay, let's see. All right, so right about there. So I'm going to do a little snip. There we go. Now that might be too small, but okay, so when I glue it, I'm going to glue it on the stick underneath where it's sticking out here. Just put a lot of glue there, not too much, but enough so it's going to go right in well. And then push it in. I should put some underneath the where it's sticking out just a little bit so we can glue right to it. There we go. Oops. Problem with glue guns is if you're not careful, it can just go all over the place. Ah, there we go. She's looking pretty. Yeah. Looking very pretty. And you can adjust her body if you want a skinnier, just push. I don't want to push now because of it's starting to dry. You don't want to push the rice out. Okay, so I'm just going to close this. I'm going to take my other half. That looks like the carrot there. If I could use that for another nose, put it back in the tube, save it for another nose. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, okay, so we have this piece left. Okay, we're going to cut that basically in half. Okay, now as you notice where the heel was, you have this part sticking out. You're going to want to trim that off where the heel was. So you're just going to, this one's kind of easy because it's like you're going to cut it in half. Okay, just cut it right in the middle where the white line is. Just cut it as one piece. Then you just cut this where the heel was. You just cut straight across. You want it pretty even there. You want it all straggly, messy. Okay. There we go. See? So we got two pieces. So what I usually do is I take the better looking one of the two and I cut that in the middle because it's going to be used as your scarf pot that's going to be hanging down. Now, if there's any pieces that look like they're just too long or they're just out of place, just trim them. Like there's some pink on this white, I just don't like the way it looks. So I trimmed it. Okay. Now, we're going to take this piece, and this is going to be part of the scarf. Stretch it out a little, not too much, and just gently put it over its head, her head. Keep wanting to call it a he. See, oops. Now, sometimes there's little threads there. Okay. What I like to do is I like to glue it. Excuse me. I like to glue it to the elastic because, and you want the outside showing. You don't want the inside, or you want the outside showing. I like to glue it too. And that'll cut, see how it's covering the elastic band? You don't even see the elastic band anymore. Okay. But I like to glue it just for extra protection. Oh, I had it the right way in the first place. Okay. Inside out, yeah, that's better. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is just start gluing. Oops, I need another glue stick. There we go. Just start gluing inside. Yeah. Go all the way around. The extra support there. Oh, before you do the front, do not glue, because you have to put the rest of the scarf in. Excuse me. So let's just put the scarf in. So I'm going to want it over here on the left. Okay. So just go like this. Just pull it out. It's just in. Okay. And fold it over. Doesn't have to be perfect, but make it even. Now, I don't like the way it looks a little uneven there. Just trim it. Okay. Oops. But that, oh, no wonder why I have this inside out as well. So that would explain it. Okay. Let's just put this back. There we go. Okay. You know, that looks a little too wide. So I'm going to trim that a little bit. That's way too big for her. So I'm just going to fold it in half. And, or you could fold it in half and just put it in like that. Nah, I'm just going to trim it. Just take out, there's too much pink there anyways, so I'm just going to trim half this pink off. Okay. It would be best just to fold it. This is the way you use your own judgment. It looks too thick, it looks too wide, then just go in there and trim it. Okay. It's much easier if you fold it in half and then cut it. Cut it half of that pink off. Okay. Make it nice and straight. And then just trim the ends nice and straight. Yeah, that's much better. See? Oops. Okay. So I'm going to put this in, back in. Try it again. There we go. It don't matter if it rolls a little bit. There. Now she looks a little bit, maybe just trim a little bit more down here. So it's a little bit too long. There. See? Here are some threads on her face. Okay. So Now I start over here. I think we've already done this. Not sure. Hope. Get the glue gun in. You're gonna just want to make sure you go all the way around. That extra protection there. Okay. There we go. Get it under her neck. You don't want it on her lips there. See? And we're just gonna glue underneath here. Okay. And then I like to glue this on top here. And then I glue underneath. I glue underneath here, the bottom part, right up against the body. So you pick it up and then glue on the bottom underneath there. See? So this is glued underneath. Okay. And then what I do is, oh, well, I don't want this hanging like this, so I also glue this. So I just glue the end. See this part? Just pick it back up. Just put some glue at the base at the bottom there, and there, just lightly tap that. Okay, there we go. Now, so we have the arms, so all we have left, now you can leave her like that. She's perfectly beautiful like this. Okay, somehow we got something else stuck to her. Okay, oops, some thread from the scarf came off. Just go. So there you go. She can look like this. And if you like her like that, you can do that. Or you can stick her on some booties. These cute little booties. Okay. See those booties? I like it, so I'm going to do that. Like I said, though, you can leave her like this. You know, just like that. Don't mind the rice. Let's clean that up. To get my little vacuum in here. And leave it like that. I don't know why I have my ribbon out. We're not going to be needing that. Sorry about that. Just going to clean up a little bit and get ready for the booties. Oh, another thing is, if you'd like to, you can just take and just dab a little, very lightly. You're going to dab a little of the blush. Give her some rosy cheeks. Okay. I'm not crazy about this one because it's too, you don't want to put too much. You want to lightly dab it like a little circle. See? Like that. Like that. See? Give us some blush. This I kind of don't recommend when you first start, and you can, but I would use pink. I got a little too, it's a little rosy, but lightly, don't put a lot. Don't need a lot. Okay, and this is what she looks like. See? See? There you go. All right, so we're going to do the last part here and we're done. So you just basically go around, make sure you get it all on the outer there, on the outer rim there, you know, and then get some in the middle. You don't want the glue drying. Hot glue gun can dry very fast. That's why you got to get it on and then stick her on in the center. Make sure you got right where you want her to be. Because if you don't, what's going to happen? This isn't going to turn out well. She's in the center. There. Just pick her up, make sure. A little bit to the right. There we go. Press down, hold it so that she can dry. Oops. So you just gotta, there. You gotta let this dry. That's what I'm gonna tell you. You gotta position it just right. And if it falls off, if it's too heavy, remember, there's no loss there because, and that should do it. And there you go. I'm gonna let that dry. Be careful not to keep moving it because then it will pop off. But she should be dried shortly. Give it like a half hour because it's pretty heavy. Give her a half hour here. Oops. Yeah, I shouldn't be playing with that because what's going to happen is she will fall off those. Okay. And we don't want that. All right. Well, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the class. And until next time, till our next class. Oh, there we go again. See, I'm playing with her too soon. But this is what she looks like. And let's see. Put her up there. Body in the back. Okay. Fluff that up after, smooth her out. That's what she looks like. Okay. All right. So I need to leave her alone so she can dry. All right. Oops. Oh, she looks like she's dry. She's just got to be positioned right. So I guess she is all right. See if we can put the light over there so you can see her. See? There we go. Ah, beautiful. This little belly adjuster. There we go. Turn her around. Okay. Well, that's it. I hope you had fun, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.